Welcome to Let Me Clear My Throat Sports Talk Show, where we dive deep into all things sports. Brought to you by your neighborhood Gumbies and Jill's Gentlemen's Club. Let's get into it.
Welcome. Episode 3 of Let Me Clear My Throat. Today we're going to go down memory lane while also looking at what's ahead. Outdoor football is back to the Ohio Valley, and I'm with Manny Matsakis of the Ohio Valley Ironmen. Manny, thank you.
Yeah, awesome, Michael. Glad to be here, man.
So what's nice is, much like the first episode, I've known you all my life, so you're going to hear a little banter amongst friends. You're from the Ohio Valley. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I grew up in Shadyside, and fortunate, great little town. Was a 3-sport athlete there, and just enjoyed it. Football, wrestling, track, and then afterwards I went to Capital University in Columbus, and just with the NFL draft that's been going on, I was drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles, and then just was fortunate to have, a short pro career, but I'll take it, right? Whatever happens, you're able to do that.
So I have a 6-year-old at home. What is something he should work on in order to get to the next level?
Well, I think one of the most important things is play as many sports as possible. Just focus on having fun. Try to learn new skills, because the skills transfer from one sport to another. That's why I'm a really big proponent of that. And don't specialize too early, because I think sometimes parents get involved where they think their son's going to be playing for the Pirates or the Steelers, and that's so far away. The guys that actually get there, you'll notice that they were having fun, enjoying it, and that's what you gotta love it. And
right.
I think that's the key. All the great players I've coached just love the sport.
So growing up in Shadyside, who was someone you idolized growing up as a role model athlete you looked up to?
Like from the Valley?
From the Valley,
oh,
yes.
Geez, you're getting.
It doesn't have to be someone from back then. It could be someone more new age.
I'd have to go back then. I mean, I'll
back.
be honest. I mean, I can remember some of the guys from the Valley. I love the Necro brothers. Yeah. Phil and Joe Necro were guys that I got to know later when I was in the pros. It was pretty cool to go up and watch Phil pitch. Back then he was pitching for the Indians.
All right.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
We'd go up there on polka night, Friday night. They'd have polka night. They'd be playing the band, and we'd go out with him afterwards.
Yeah.
And it was just so cool because like Valley guys all stuck together.
Right.
And then there's just so many. I mean, I think about Lance Mel, played for the New York Jets, great player at Bel Air and on at Penn State.
Yes.
Those were some of the guys that I think were, legends in there. And I mean, every sport had them, right? You had Alan Horniak,
right.
you had some, I'm giving you a who's who.
Yeah.
But those were the guys that I enjoyed.
What was
being
most
around.
exciting for me when we started this show was the history of the Ohio Valley and the athletes that we have produced.
It's off the charts.
It really is.
Yeah, it's impressive, and we still got them playing now. I mean, we got a lineman playing for the 49ers.
Right.
We've got Zach Collaros,
Right.
who arguably is the best football player in the Canadian Football League.
Yep.
I mean, he's amazing, and it's fun watching our guys do that moving forward.
So would you say growing up and your love for football is what brought you back, bringing the Ironmen back to the area?
Yeah, the thing, Michael, that was interesting to me as when this all came up about 5 years ago, I went in because the Wheeling Ironmen and Ohio Valley Ironmen were public domain. Okay. So it had been 50 years. So there's no license, no trademark. So I went and got that because I was just going to do a website, because when I was a young kid in the 1960s, my father used to take me over to the games, and the head coach in 68 and 69 was a guy named Lou Blumling, and he was my father's defensive coordinator at Powhatan High School.
Right.
So there's such a tie-in. I remember those guys, Jake Olszewski, I mean, some of the great players, the coaches, Tom Keene was there. I mean, Clyde Thomas, was a big name around here as well. So a lot of legendary players and just great people that ended up contributing in the Ohio Valley. So I thought, well, here's an opportunity. We can start back having NFL developmental football, and that's what we are, and excited to be playing in Moundsville.
So when do we kick back up?
Well, the players are going to report May 29th. We'll open up with a home game on June 7th. We just recently announced our schedule, so we're going to have 6 home games, only 1 away game. So everything's going to be at Monarch Stadium. Games will be Saturday night, 7 p.m.
Right.
Of course, you know Channel 7 is our official media partner, and all our home games will be broadcast live on Channel 7. So I mean, that to me is a wonderful relationship.
Thank you.
And yeah, it's going to be fun. And I think the other reason I wanted home games is I've gotten commitments from the Steelers, the Browns, the Bengals, and 6 Canadian League teams that are going to bring scouts to our home games.
Awesome.
So that's going to bring the right people there, so we can give these guys exposure.
It might be too early for you to say, but any local tie-ins on the roster, anybody you're looking to bring to the team that may have a tie-in to the Ohio Valley?
Yeah, well, I can't say the names yet because right now as we're talking, the NFL draft's going on. So a couple of these guys had pro days. There's a few players, one that went to Wheeling Central that's up, another guy that went to Lindsley. You know, these guys were really good players. There's a kid in Shadyside we really like. And then I'm talking to, Reno up in Steubenville.
Right.
I mean, so I'm talking to coaches trying to find those guys that just need the opportunity to develop and play, because there's really, other than what we're doing, there's no other opportunities with outdoor professional football in the summer.
Yep. You mentioned opportunities. A lot of these players, from my understanding, are the COVID kids, kind of in limbo. We're at school. So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, everyone thinks it's the transfer portal and the NIL and all this crazy, but it's not. It really is. These guys, a lot of these guys we're getting right now hit COVID. Everything was shutting down. The stadiums were empty. They were moving around. They got extra years, but they didn't have the exposure they needed. They couldn't do certain things. So, like, for instance, here's our left tackle. The first guy we drafted is Trey Johnson. He's 6'7", 310-pound left tackle. Yeah. Prototype NFL tackle.
Right.
And he just he needs to be playing outside. Yeah. And a lot of in the National Football League, and I know I was coaching in Canada, it was very difficult to assess an indoor player or an arena style player because you couldn't see everything you needed to see. So everything's so confined, everything's like that. So that's why it's so easy. I mean, I get hundreds of players wanting to come here and play for us. Awesome. But we're picking the ones that fit for us. Yep. And my goal is to get 4 or 5 guys that are from the Ohio Valley playing on the squad as well. So
now, are you coaching?
Yeah, coaching, GM, and running like crazy right now, but it's exciting.
The whole 9 yards.
Yeah, hey, we're here, right?
Right.
So there you go.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your time, Manny. I appreciate everything, and look forward to all the Ohio Valley Ironmen content here on WTRF Channel 7.
If you're gonna make a run and you plan on having fun, the one place you should know, Gumby's Grab and Go.
Because I think the boys deserve it. And as I say before, it's the best thing that ever happened to this city. And I hope they're here to stay.
And I think if they keep going on like they have been, they ought to have a good season.
We are now publicized practically on every sport page in the district. And the boys are all high caliber, upstanding boys, indicating the youth of America as we admire it today.
and I look forward to seeing them win their third straight UFL championship again.
The Wheeling Ironmen, they're great. I haven't missed a game since they've been in the city.
Jill's Gentlemen's Club is Ohio Valley's party headquarters. There's nowhere better to have a party than Jill's Gentlemen's Club. We specialize in making sure your group experiences a one-of-a-kind night. When looking for quality entertainment, Jill's Gentlemen's Club is the place to be. Jill's Gentlemen's Club, a class act.
That's a wrap for Let Me Clear My Throat Sports Talk Show. Big thanks to our sponsors, your neighborhood Gumbies and Jill's Gentlemen's Club. Until next time, stay loud, stay proud, and keep the game strong.